444. Yes, y'all. What we saying, people? Glad to be back. Hope everyone's nice and blessed and relaxed and not stressed. Doing what you do best. Yo, anyway, reason why I'm here is specifically to talk about some news on the grime scene in regards to, I was gonna say you guessed it, but maybe you didn't, Mr. Dot Rotten, yeah, aka Zeph Ellis, right? So did a little bit of research, not like the whole nine, done bits and pieces over the times in regards to these artists when I've had interest in what they've been doing in the scene. So anyway, I say that to say this. Let me get back to the script. For people who don't know, grime basically has origins in, you could say, jungle, garage, hip hop, dancehall kind of culture and vibe and scene, right? So with this being the case, right, it's a very battle clashing orientated scene. That's for those who don't know about the thing, right? Locked that off too. So I say that to say this in the sense that I've got to talk about these guys going to war and the war dubs, and well, basically a slew of war dubs that man like Dot Rotten's dropped for Wiley and Skepta. So yeah, that should probably be in the title of the video. Dot Rotten, Skepta, Wiley, whoever, you know, floats your boat. So anyway, people. Let's have a look here. Right, I've told you about the background of that. Anyway, happy Cap season to everybody in Cap season. And I gotta give a little special shout out to Sky Zoo. And also, man, like Kalashnikov. I don't know what sign you are, but I had to drop your name in before the end of the year because you dropped an album there and it was pretty fire. Anyway, so that's some of the promo. Right, so Dot Rotten, aka Zeph Ellis, right? I think his name's Joseph like Ellis Stevenson, something like that. But anyway, the whole thing about this video, right, is the 19. Yeah, 19 comes into play, like with all three of these guys. So Dot Rotten is 19th of October, Wiley is 19th of January, and Skepta is 19th of September. Yeah, couldn't make that up. Alright, so what do I know about 19 for the purpose of the tape? Right, well, this is just some information from Astroseek. So, yeah, something I've come across in the past. Right, these people are very strong and energetic. They are wise, understanding, empathetic. They are intellectual. They are patient and ready to please others. In romantic relationships, they are devoted. They want to understand their partner and are generous. Wow, this could explain something to do with... I was listening to some of the P Money dubs, yeah, because I had to go back in time just to get a fuller picture on the... Right, P Money is another artist, basically, who's not directly involved, but basically clashed Dot Rotten previous to this. So, you know, you can't just jump in the beef and not listen to nothing that's gone before. But I say this because the generous part to their partner, right? Remember, like, P saying something about Dot Rotten spending his whole advance on a girlfriend or something like that, a partner at the time. So I guess, yeah, I have to speak to that. They passionately protect their family. Oh, what a madness. So basically, right, there was some kind of situation, I'll call it, yeah, with Dot Rotten, where he basically ends up doing time for... I can't even put words on it. I can't even call it the sort. It's like a blunt samurai sword or something. I don't know. I'm not even surprised though either, actually. And according to him, he was protecting his people. Wow, 444. But according to P, like they in the statement of the paperwork that he was able to find about the situation. But anyway, that's me digressing. They are appreciated, honoured, successful and rich. They usually have a well-paid job. In a way, they are pioneers in their field. They are inventive, creative, straightforward and vital in achieving their goals. Wiley, tick. Skepta, tick. Dot Rotten, I'll have to say tick in this particular case. They like to have a high social status, so they work hard to achieve it. They believe in themselves. They are pleasant and confident. They are independent, sometimes even loners. Could say that about all three of them almost. Skepta does break out on his own. Wiley blatantly is like a loner of his own kind of capacity. Like king of the scene, call him what you want, but like he's out there. And Dot Rotten, he epitomizes it too. I mean, as connected as him or Wiley may be, and even Skepta, like they do tend to stand alone in what they do after some time. It is not good when someone ignores them, abuses them, or disappoints them. This kind of speaks to this war thing that we're talking about. They cling to their opinions and high demands. Oh Lord! So this says everything about Dot Rotten, the 19th God or whatever, God the 19th. That's the name of one of his songs. Yeah, just tracking the time on this video because I know people ain't got the kind of attention spans. But all of this actually pays very much attention to detail in regards to Dot Rotten's character and attitude. Alright, I just put it straight, right? In the course of my research, obviously I drew the 3 charts. I was able to see straight away kind of what was going on. But I was kind of intrigued by Dot Rotten more than anything. In the top of my head, off the top of my head even, I was aware that Jupiter coming into Capricorn would have triggered maybe his Mars on Aries point when I looked at his chart, among other things. But like looking at the chart deeper, it just seemed to reveal more and more information just about Dot Rotten himself and why he's the character that he is and why he's in the position that he is. Now I could go into a deep breakdown of his chart because that's basically what I sat there and kind of like, you know, got intrigued with for all of these hours this evening. Like, well, when I got down to it, like, you know, I had to look at the source, which was Dot Rotten, or I was gonna say although, but yeah, well, I've say that he probably started this in the sense that, yeah, the real talk is that, like, well, not of a real talk, because that's the unfortunate part. There's no talk. It's like he's been blackballed from the industry essentially, and this is causing him, you know, no end of frustration. So when I've just read there about it's not good when someone ignores them, abuses them, or disappoints them. Yeah, Dot Rotten seems to have suffered a whole lot of that. And I can almost say that, like, yeah, so's Wiley. So ain't that kind of like a note for the books? Okay, weaknesses. These people are unbalanced and moody. It's hard to understand them. Wiley, tick. Dot Rotten, tick. Skepta seems to have this a bit more in check in terms of, well, I could say that actually, but like he's a Virgo, he can flip and flop, but still. They may feel superior, microphone champion, king of grime, all of these things are just like, I mean, it's nature of the beast in the sport, like, you know, competitiveness, but this is just hilarious. It just sounds like, I mean, 19th God. Oh, there you go. Oh, no. Yeah, no. They may feel superior and they like to feel exceptional. They are stubborn, explosive, bossy, nervous, neurotic, jealous, and unreasonable. I'm dying at this, man. Like, it's probably gonna go over the 10-minute mark, man. I'm sorry, but like, yo, give me 20, man. It's a beef thing, and there's like 3 different charts in the thing, man. But everyone's on a 19 tip. Oh, we sent out for JME as well, horribly, and Steel Bangles, who I don't really know about, but like, I heard that track. Yo, shout out to Deeps anyway. But basically, right, the reason why I'm just getting so much joke off this is Dot Rotten's basically just like try to tell Wiley like the scene's dead, come and save your scene. Oh, what scene? None of your boys are backing you. Like, where's BBK, aka Boy Better Know? No one ain't gonna come send for me. You're gonna have to do it on your own. Like, I thought he was the father of this thing. Dot's going in. Wiley's been kind of going off a little while back as well. Like, this was just all due to happen. Supposedly, like, they've been talking to each other on the phone because, oh gosh, did Wiley restart the relationship, kick it off again? But so basically, there's past history between them. Dates way back. I mean, to Wiley being obviously big in this thing and Dot being a younger, as they call it, basically. And for those who don't know, obviously I know this, but in the sense of that, like, yeah, basically Dot's a younger, Wiley's an elder, big man in the thing. And back then, not to get into it like all long, but Dot looked up to Wiley in a big way. And yeah, there was certain run-ins where even like well, Dot's put it on record, basically just kept saying about how Wiley's had to come to him to sort out some his chain getting jacked. Let me just say it is what it was. So yeah, these guys have in history just through and through, out and out. And even Wiley said that it was meant to be this on his reply dub, Curiosity Killed the Cat, I think it was called. Yeah, bag of notes. Oh yeah, anyway, get to this far in the video. What's the common factor between these three that I was able to notice? No, let me jump onto these charts now. I know people love to see charts, but yeah, man, like, if you was on this thing or gonna be on this thing, you're probably gonna want to know about what the backstory is to some of this beef. I can't go into it for 40 years about who did what and did this, but give you the basics, innit? So what I was able to clock between these three charts, right, is I'll just do the visual as well. Got to be lazy. Libra Sun, Dot Rotten, yeah. Wiley. Now we ain't got a birth time, but I'm almost certain, unless this guy, like, well, it moves about 6 to 7 degrees, so it's like a 95 or more % chance that his moon's in Libra. And then why is this even more interesting? Because Skepta, the other guy that's been mentioned in this video, also has the moon in Libra. So the point of correlation is seen between all three of them, some kind of relationship to partnership. But yeah, also that it's either Sun Libra or Moon Libra. Libra's the sign of open enemies, actually. And it actually reminded me that there was a point where Skepta was clashing Wiley, so I mean, it was a back and forth thing, and at the time, man were like, "Is this even real?" And they just doing this on a promotion tip. I think that was the kind of thing, man. Kind of sussed them on that. So who knows, man? A lot of the bars are hard, but that's the nature of the scene, I guess. It's all about clashing, bringing your best to the table, and yeah, just smacking the life out of the opponents. So Dot Rotten, anyway, right, he's got a grand trine in his chart in air, and I think that speaks to his self-sufficiency, call it lonerism even. It definitely kind of reinforces that, I would say. There's lots of stuff going on in this chart, and how much of it do I really want to get into? In fact, what I'm going to do is basically leave it to you, the viewers, to ask for more in terms of maybe Dot or somebody else, or what the situation is in the synastry or how deep it gets. But let me show you the real fated karmic pieces to why these guys were all set up in alignment. So Dot Rotten, yeah, just jump ahead. Dude. Right. Dot Rotten, synastry with the Wiley and Skepta. Dot's got his lunar node, so the nodes of the moon, yeah, these things here, north node and south node, in conjunction. Well, it's his south node actually specifically, but they act as a tandem pair, but it's exactly conjunct Wiley's Saturn, yeah. So basically, the south node speaks to the past life or even being younger, and Saturn speaks to authority or being older or restrictions or blockages, yeah, or the establishment. What this is really saying, yeah, is that like there's some kind of involvement basically back in the day with the Wiley and Dot Rotten, and I think this just really speaks to the fact that this guy, well, yeah, Dot Rotten basically is in the belief that Wiley's blocked, or a big part of the reason why he's been blocked in the industry, amongst other things. Yeah, and this alignment, it kind of screams to it. I mean, it's not like I don't know some of this information in the sense that I've seen Dot Rotten come as an artist, and it's like, yeah, I've seen the situation. It's like he's hit the glass ceiling, circle connected, and the time, yeah, in the sense that at that time you had to be within the loop so that you could push forward. It wasn't about his talent; it was about his connections, and he didn't seem to have like the relationships that he needed to, get to where he was trying to go to. Right, I'm not even going to get into his whole history and what's true, what's not true, because I don't know. Yeah, to tell you straight, but that was just to give you an idea of like how deep and meaningful for one person to have Saturn, another person's south node, and then when you see that Venus is involved it's involved for Dot Rotten, which relates to music. Virgo relates to work. So I kind of come to the conclusion Dot Rotten come in with the talent to work in music or like some kind of art, like because it's conjunct his south node. Like it's about 4 degrees apart. But the mad situation is that Wiley's north node. So let's just look down there. Dot's Venus. So there we go. Is conjunct Wiley's north node. So it's like definitely destined, because the north node speaks to the future and what you're heading towards and what you need to develop more. So past and future, music and business, music Venus, money, business being Saturn, and reputation being Saturn, money, reputation, business, those things, Venus and Saturn, definitely artistic business as well. They were meant to have there's a karmic relationship between them. But the craziest thing, right? One time, why that? Got some reminder. Oh, he knows anyway. Right? So that was proper for me because there's a sound I've never heard before. One of the mad alerts. But basically, like, I remember exactly what I was gonna say now, keeping my eye on the time. I remember hearing Wiley do an interview when he was probably at his bit more less erratic self, Wiley, and I swear down he was challenging the truth of what I knew his chart to be saying, which was something along the line, because I've been in this astrology thing for a while. Sorry too. But he was talking about, he felt like the music was the past thing and that he should be work. Said something along the lines about working in the bakers or something. Or his dad used to make pies. He was telling us a story about the history, but his dad used to basically be involved in studio or the music industry or something like that. And why I'm saying it speaks of his chart is because this South Node in Pisces can speak to kind of like that whole music industry, the star, the performance. And Wiley had that young in his life because he kind of started the scene. So that could speak to his involvement. And then I always looked at it of like, how comes Wiley's not really blue with it? But then he's got Saturn on his north node, and it's like he's either going to be about the reputation, which he has been. Capricorn speaks to Saturn, all about the reputation and status and standing. Back to this number 19 again. And then, Saturn normally comes with obstacles, restrictions, delays, and having to put in hard work. And let's just say Wiley's known for flaking like nobody's business when it comes to turning up to certain things. I can't say, everything that his name's been put on, he's supposed to be there, but by now it's well established. In fact, to be fair with you, actually, one of Wiley's last videos, was it Bossy? It was Bossy in that guy plays a parody on the fact that basically that he never turns up to video shoots and puts some little kid in the video doing his lyrics and that. So yeah, Wiley knows about his reputation. It's hardly unnoticed. In fact, it was a thing at the moment. Where's Wiley? Like, where's Wally? Okay, let me finish up these guys' synastry and knock it down to shape. I'd say the good beef between these guys, or just to wrap it up, there's a lot more, but it could go on and on, is the Sun square the Sun and Mars. So Dot Rotten's Sun is at 26 degrees Libra, yeah? And Wiley's Sun is at 28 degrees Capricorn. Now it might be 26, 27 for Dot Rotten and 28, 29 for Wiley, but basically they're tight enough square. And Wiley has Mars conjunct his own Sun, which might speak to the gazillion war dubs that Dot Rotten mentioned him to have. So with the Sun being in this position and Mars together for Wiley, and then it being in the situation where Dot Rotten's Sun would be basically in this square situation to it, I can see why there's just a natural friction and dislike between the two. So yeah, it's as real as wrapping it. Wrapping it up. Dot South Node. Oh yeah. So Skepta in the middle of this thing, yeah, he can't get out of it by the looks of it, yeah. I mean, his moon probably all up in the middle, somewhere near Dot. His Pluto is on Dot's Sun, just to put that in there. And his Venus is on Dot's South Node and close to Dot's Venus himself. So I don't know. And the North Node actually in Cancer is just passing over his North Node, so he's had a nodal return. This very same North Node is actually heading towards, or nearly almost on Dot Rotten's Chiron, which is opposite his Neptune. And Neptune might be kind of like his North Node ruler. Yeah, Neptune, Pisces North Node. So you could look at Jupiter as well, which I did. Seeing that they're in conjunct. But if you actually look at them in relation to the South Node ruler, Mercury, one's in a square and one's in a trine. So I found that interesting, but that's deeper wisdom and knowledge. Anyway, Ethereal, Synchronicity, 444, esync444, the Astro link, that guy, you know, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, yeah, probably the Grime and YouTube, you know, the most known, and then Facebook, maybe Twitter. But yeah, anyway, you can get me on any of those. They'll be in the description boxes. If there's anything else that you want me to talk about, address, or look at in terms of people's charts or relate to the music that they've released, let me know. Otherwise, just want to say thank you to everybody that supports, that follows, and, you know, gives man the most inspiration to keep doing what I do. Won't be here without yous. So yeah, got you boy. Peace, love and light. Howdy.